we're going to get rolling here. Welcome. Thanks for joining today. We do have a swag raffle to kick things off as per usual, but I'll kind of let everybody know the lay of the land. Here's where we're going today. We are starting out, of course, with the 2022 EE Awards. And something we did a little bit different this year was also turning this into kind of a New Year event to give everybody some insight into a lot of exciting things coming in the community in 2023. So that will be the second half of the event, which includes the mobile app sneak peek, Reconnect announcements. We launched that back in November, so we're excited to announce today the next kind of stage of Reconnect, and the core conference big announcement as well. So let's start out. Will you hold this for me if you can? We're going to start out with a swag raffle. I shoved a lot of names into a tiny cup. Let's see here. Hopefully it's not an employee. Mad Unix. Congratulations. We were going to send you some swag. All right. We're going to kick it off. Here we go with the 2022 EE Awards. As we do every year, we've done for a long time now, we have the annual EE Awards, for those of you who may not know, to recognize top contributors from the previous year. So this is for 2022, and we always announce them in January of 2023. But David, tell us a little bit about why we do the awards, why we like to recognize top contributors, what it means to us.
Yeah, there's so much to say, and I will try and be brief about the contributors on EE and the effect that they have on everybody's lives. But maybe just starting off with, what at the core of EE's community, what we consider an expert. An expert is, aside from just having knowledge and experience in their field over, their career, or even if they just dabble on the side, there's a desire to share and collaborate with other people, and a lot of them become mentors and teachers to other people newer in their career. And we just want to recognize all of the experts and their passion and their ability to just continue to provide contributions and help people solve problems in a way that's trustworthy and in a way that people can count on.
Very well said. All right, we always kick it off with the Distinguished Expert Awards. So a distinguished expert is, we have top 50 topics. So it's a veteran and a rookie, and the top 50 or 51 most active topics on site. So we have veterans, who really just means they've been on EE for more than 2 years, and rookie simply means somebody that's definitely not a rookie in their field or a rookie in the industry, but a rookie to EE. So members that have been here for 2 years or less. So we're going to go ahead and recognize those by name. Multiple of our distinguished expert rookies, we'll start with those, and our veterans, one distinguished expert in more than one topic. So you'll see the topics underneath their names. We won't go through the topics. We will just go through the names. All right, first up, we have Munib Butt, Hari Yakonen, Conrad Segala, Tim Kodenbach, Nemanha Hovik, Craig Covey, Curtis Holt, Jack Lugo, and Mr. Yonel. Those are our rookies for 2022, and we just want to acknowledge them, especially because it takes a lot to be a new member and start contributing and start helping other people. And we really love seeing new members coming in, starting to contribute, being active in the community, and making connections with other people.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody.
All right, we'll roll into our veterans, and David will recognize them.
The veterans, you guys have been around for a while. You know the routine. This year, our notable ones are Great Gonzo, Fofrick, David H. Lee, Mlanda T, Daryl Ponting, Craig Beck, Muhammad Asif, Joe Winograd, Scott Fell, Philip Elder, Andrew Hancock, Michael Plungin, Vasil McKev, Gustav Brock, Martin Liss, and Walter Curtis. And slight WV, David Favor, Gerwin Jansen, David Johnson, Chris Stanyon, Noki, OBDA, James Rankin, Nori, Andy Alder, Eric Moreau, Arnold, B10, Seth Simmons, CEHJ.
It's quite a list.
It's quite a list. Congratulations, guys, if you made it on the list. Very
Congrats,
proud of you.
everyone.
Great work.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's so cool also to see returning contributors every year as well. Those top people contributing actively in those topics. And we will apologize for anybody's name that we mispronounced.
I'm certain there are plenty, but yes, but
We tried.
apologies.
All right, so rolling into the top award winners. Usually this is the time that everybody has been waiting for, and we do have Scott Fell and Jim Detman, two of our longtime members, also two of our moderators that we work with closely, who wanted to be a part of the event today. They were also a part of the event last year, and we all decided that it was fun. So they're going to be helping us present some of these awards. So first up, we have our MVE presentation. MVE is always a fun one because specifically your peers nominate MVEs. And so David and I get to have a lot of fun with that and see who's nominated or who has been nominated. So this year we had more than 51 people nominated for MVE. But David, tell us a little bit about what we look for in an MVE, what makes an MVE, and how we kind of select the top 10 and then the top 3 or 4 winners.
Yeah. So a lot of our awards come down to the actual quantity of contributions that you've made. MVEs are special because they focus on some of the more intangibles that aren't as easy to quantify in numbers. Like Casey said, they start by being nominated by members of the community. So it's not somebody that we've pulled from the spreadsheet, but people that you guys feel are the most valuable. And then we take a look at things like testimonials and interactions that they've had that show, the quality of their contributions, not just the amount of their contributions, to try and determine who are the people that pound for pound are the most valuable experts on EE.
Yeah, it's all about that. Not necessarily the most active. Sometimes they are the most active, but might fly under the radar, but have really awesome testimonials from other people and just really quality contributions. I do see the chat rolling in now, so that's fun. Hello, everybody. I try not to look at it because Andy always distracts me. But yeah, we do have Scott. Scott, if you are ready, we have 4, first we have the top 10 nominees. We narrowed it down from over 50 to the top 10, and then we have 4 winners of those 10. And so Scott's going to come and present those.
Okay, is there a screen that goes with this, or am I just reading off?
There's going to be,
Oh,
yep, there'll be
okay.
slides. You go for
First
it.
we have Hayes Hupe, Vasil Mishev, Neeraj, Terry Damon Barcelo, Cheyenne Lim, Kevin Say, Rob Henson, Daniel Pinot, Melinda T, and Andrew Porter.
Awesome. Those are our top 10 nominees, and go for it, Scott. We're going to go ahead and announce the top 4 winners.
Okay, our first 2022 MV award goes to Terry Damon Barcelo. He's a Microsoft MVP. He's one of our top members in Microsoft 365 Exchange and related topics. And what some of our members have said about him is that it's hard finding folks like him that know the info and are willing to help. Detailed answer with great explanation and evidence. This has been one of the most helpful hints ever in forum history. Thank you so much for your on-point hint and solution. Congratulations.
Congrats.
All right, next up, we have Cheyenne Lim. Congratulations. He's also one of our top members in Exchange, Microsoft 365, and PowerShell. As a moderator, I've called on him many times for extra help, and he always obliges. And what other members have said about him, that he's very clear and expanded on the original answer, showed he was continuing to think of the issue and wanted to make sure he was being comprehensive. Congratulations. And next up is Melinda T. He's also one of our top members in web dev topics, including ASP.NET and databases. And I get to cross paths with him in the web dev topics, and I know he's very thorough in all his answers and sticks with questions until they're resolved. And what other members have said about him is that literally it took me step by step and stayed with me until the problem was resolved. Absolutely amazing support. He provided me the fundamental understanding I needed to make sense of the whole picture. He has been a grand communicator for me. Congratulations. And last up, we have Daniel Pinot. He's also a Microsoft MVP, one of our top members in Access, VBA, and web dev topics, including WordPress. And what some of our members have said is that Daniel's solution was comprehensive, simple, and what I was hoping for. I can't even count the number of hours I spent scouring the internet for the answer that you provided. He's always provided genuine and smart solutions. So congratulations. And
Awesome.
if I could just add, I noticed we have people from all over the world. Our winners are from Canada, South Africa, Australia, and France. Thought that was pretty cool.
Agreed. And congrats to all you MVEs.
Yeah, MVE is always fun. And thank you to everybody who nominated MVEs, and congrats to everybody who was nominated. It's awesome to even be recognized by your peers in that way.
Yep.
Thanks, Scott. Next up, we have our Rookie of the Year. So again, I want to just acknowledge about all of our rookies is that they're absolutely not rookies in their field. They're experts, and they're just a rookie, a new member to EE. So it's an award that's supposed to recognize somebody who hasn't necessarily been here the longest, but has still made significant contributions and jumped right into the community. So I'll go over a little bit of the criteria and qualifications, what it means to be a Rookie of the Year. It recognizes a member of EE who has made outstanding contributions to the community within their first year as a member. It's awarded to a new member who does have the highest number of quality contributions compared to other new members in their first year. They hold the highest number of contributions through solutions, articles, videos, tutorials, posts, group discussions, you name it. And they demonstrate professionalism in all interactions with EE members. That is a big part of the EE community, that they uphold the culture and values of EE. So we do have a runner-up for the Rookie of the Year, and our Rookie of the Year runner-up is Conrad Segala. So congratulations, Conrad. He was also a Rookie Distinguished Expert. Our winner, our 2022 Rookie of the Year is Munib Butt. Congratulations, Munib. David and I have been really familiar with Munib because we get to see him creating content all the time. He joined not too long ago, and he has been really, really active in creating great article content for other members of EE. So it's been really fun to get to know him that way.
Agreed. Congrats, Munib. It's always great. If you guys haven't seen his articles, go check them out. Next on the list, we're going to go to Author of the Year. Author of the Year. Our Author of the Year award goes to the person who's created the most new original work, whether that's articles or videos. These, like everything else in EE, we focus on who has the most professional work and who focuses on explaining things clearly and helping other people get to their solutions. And we also have some runners up for the Author of the Year. There were a number of possible choices, and it was kind of difficult for us to decide this year. We talked back for a little bit, but our runners up are Gustav Brock, Bob Flisser, and Munib Butt. Congratulations, guys. And the winner of the 2022 Author of the Year goes to Andrew Hancock.
Who?
Andrew Hancock.
Who's that?
I don't know. I just the name sounds familiar, but I can't think of where I've heard it before.
I know.
Andy, if you've been here for any time at all, you've heard about Andy. Andy is one of the most prolific members that we've ever had on EE. Got our top point earner earlier in the year, and the amount of testimonials that you could go through from members from Andy just from the last year or two alone are pretty significant. So thanks, Andy. We appreciate, everything that you do and all of the videos and articles you create, and congratulations on adding another award to the belt.
I'm imagining if he's here in the chat, he's saying something about number 41, 42, 43. I don't know. But congrats, Andy. It's always fun to acknowledge your work, and thank you for everything that you do for the community. And I do want to jump backwards a little bit. Like David said, it was really difficult this year. Andy did have the most videos and articles, but one thing that was really exciting to see as EE content expands into different types of content, not just Q&A, is that we had so many members who were creating really quality videos, and even podcast creation was something that happened this past year, as well as articles. So congrats to Munib and Bob and Gustav for being the runners up as well. So next up, we have our Expert of the Year presentation, and Jim Detman is here to present that for us.
All right. Expert of the Year Award recognizes an expert who helped improve experts exchange in the past year through high levels of contributions and participation on the site. This award is given the expert who has achieved the highest levels of participation while maintaining quality contributions and professionalism. They are seen as a subject matter expert with quality contributions, hold the highest number of quality contributions through solutions, articles, videos, tutorials, posts, and discussion groups. They also demonstrate professionalism in all the interactions with other EE members. The runner-up for this year for Expert of the Year is none other than Andrew Hancock. And knowing Andy, I'm sure he'll be giving in another good shot next year.
Congrats, Andy.
So with that, the winner of the 2022 Expert of the Year Award is none other than Mr. Scott Bell.
Wow, thank you.
Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Scott
Scott.
has been a member of the EE community since 2010. He's held numerous roles across that tenure and is currently a member of the moderator team. He's an outstanding person to have on the site with a wealth of knowledge across multiple topic areas and experience he is more than willing to share with everyone. I've also had the opportunity to meet him in person and I loved hanging out with him and I can't wait to get till we get to do it again. So again, congratulations, Scott.
Andy said I have a little catching up to do. I don't think I'll ever will.
Yeah, congrats, Scott. The data doesn't lie, so it wasn't rigged.
Thank you.
But yeah, I couldn't have said it better, Jim. Scott's been in so many different positions across the community and leadership positions and just a really great contributor. So I'm glad you also got to be on the event with us today. Thanks, Jim. And Scott is actually going to present our Community Leader Award, which is a relatively new award, but it's one that David and I felt very necessary in the past few years to recognize.
Okay, good. The Community Leader Award recognizes a member who has diligently served as one of the leadership teams as a moderator, editor, or topic advisor. Recipients of this award have demonstrated outstanding leadership and have gone above and beyond to support members of the EE community. This award is given to a well-respected leader in the eyes of other members. Has been active EE member for a minimum of 5 years, actively serves on the moderator, editor, or topic advisor team, makes significant contributions to support and manage the health of the community, demonstrates exceptional levels of professionalism in all interactions with EE members, and upholds the mission and values of EE. And the 2022 Community Leader Award goes to Gerwin Jensen. Congratulations, Gerwin. Gerwin's been a moderator here for the past year and has just gone above and beyond and taken this by storm. And if you've ever had an RA in this past year, it's more than likely Gerwin that was answering and helping out. And Gerwin's just got such a level head about him and very calm and collective. It's the type of person that we need on EE as a moderator. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Gerwin. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, David, I think it's a good time to acknowledge our community leaders in general. Gerwin has definitely gone above and beyond with, we can use RA language is a little bit technical, but the general idea is just making sure that members are connecting and finding content that they need, getting solutions, collaborating in a healthy way. So I think it's a good time to acknowledge as well our entire moderator team and community leaders and the role that they play in facilitating the community ecosystem.
Yeah, there's so much in our community ecosystem that would not run without them, making sure that new members help to find their way around with things that they might find confusing, or just handling testing of new product and helping us figure out the bugs that are happening in the existing product. These guys are working every week to help make things run, and we appreciate you guys. We couldn't do it without you.
Yep. Congratulations, Gerwin. I hope that you were able to join all the way from the Netherlands with us today. Jim is going to come back on, and our last expert award is fellow, which is of course a high honor. So Jim's going to present that. And it's worth saying that Jim and Scott are both also inducted as EE fellows. So it's even more of an honor to have a peer recognize our fellows.
A very high honor indeed, and one I really enjoy being able to announce. So thank you for the opportunity. The fellow title is reserved for select members who demonstrate sustained contributions, industry leadership, and outstanding performance. We announce the members being inducted into the EE Fellowship during these annual awards, but unlike the other awards, this is a lifetime status. This is awarded to a person who has been an active EE member for a minimum of 5 years and demonstrates professionalism and outstanding performance on EE, going above and beyond to help others and share their knowledge in a way that applies so that others can learn. They act as an advocate for their area of expertise, have significant awards, titles, or accomplishments, and promotes the missions and the values of the EE community. So with all that in mind, the winner of the 2022 Fellowship Award goes to none other than OBDA. Congratulations on reaching this milestone within the EE community. It is a significant achievement. OBDA has been a member of EE since 2003 with over 13,000 questions answered. He's obviously a valued member to our community. He got to this point in his attitude. He brings a good attitude to EE, and I'm going to use a quote from his profile. "I'm helping here strictly for fun." To me, that says it all. I mean, that's what it should be about. Approaching EE with that type of attitude, just willing to help others and share knowledge and make life easier for all of us. So that's again, congratulations and welcome to the group of EE fellows.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim, and congratulations, OBDA. This was honestly a pretty easy decision this year based on nominations for fellow and just the number of awards and recognition that OBDA has received in the community since 2003, especially in recent years. So yeah, congratulations. I know that so many members look at OBDA as such a leader and such a great contributor.
Yeah, it was a complete no-brainer for us. It was 5 minutes in the section that shows his testimonials, and you get a good feel for how valuable OBDA is for the communities. Congrats and welcome to the fellow club.
All right, that wraps up our 2022 EE awards. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to everyone who is nominated. We wish we could recognize every single contributor, and so it's fun to be able to slow down at the end of the year and look at what happened in the community and take nominations from members. But every single person in the community makes the community whole, whether you're contributing just by asking questions and giving other people an opportunity to contribute and answer those questions. It's all a learning experience. It's different ways to contribute, and it's really fun to watch that happen year over year.
Agreed. Congrats, everybody.
All right, we are moving into, don't go anywhere. It's not over. We are moving into kind of the second half of the event, and what we're going to do probably year on year is start looking ahead at 2023 as we wrap up 2022 with the awards. So this is the new year part of the event, and we have some fun, pretty exciting announcements. We do have a panel coming up with Scott Helmers here in a few minutes as it relates to Reconnect. So we'll jump right into it. First, we have our mobile app sneak peek.
As very much only a peek, a good little close look at what is coming. We're really excited to finally be here, to be launching the next iteration of the app, and we've been working on it throughout the year, as well as improving the mobile browser version of EE. And it's we know there's a lot of people that use EE on mobile, and a lot more people that would like to use EE on mobile, and so we're happy to be spending some time investing in getting that, so you guys can connect while you're out and going and stay in touch with each other.
This is something that we announced, I believe at Rebirth last year, which is almost exactly a year ago, that we were developing an app, that we were improving on the existing app and on the mobile experience in general. And so it's really cool to see this come to fruition and us be so close to releasing this to you all in the community, to stay connected in this way. And I personally, to echo what David said, I'm just looking forward to being able to stay connected more easily, honestly, on the go. It's such a part of our world these days. And there's so many people in the community who just have friendships, stay connected via EE, not even just to answer questions and find content. So that is what we have for you with the app today. Coming soon, stay tuned to hear more about how you can opt into getting more information as we get closer to the actual app release. Our team is working really hard to make this good for you guys. Our moderator team and our community leaders are going to be testing really soon and getting their hands on it. So we're working hard to make this great for everyone. And thank you to our mod team as well, and our community leaders who have even already had input into these product development decisions to make sure that we're creating a user experience that our members enjoy.
Absolutely.
All right, next up, we have Reconnect, some fun Reconnect announcements. For those of you who may not know, and we'll be bringing Scott Helmers up as a panelist here in just a few minutes, but we launched the Reconnect program in, I think, November of last year of 2022. So if you're not familiar with Reconnect, it's a community program designed to bring our online community to life in new ways. And it'll encompass our entire in-person events programming. But specifically what we launched in November is a program designed to sponsor EE members to attend technology conferences. So Reconnect itself is not a conference, it's just the program that encompasses the conference sponsorship. But our marketing manager, brand manager, Mason Brown, and I at the beginning of the year, were talking a lot with Randy, our CEO, around how do we bring our online community to life in new ways that's valuable to our members. And we know that our members love going to technology conferences throughout the year around the world to learn more, to stay connected with other people in the industry, and even meet up with EE members in person. So Reconnect is a conference sponsorship opportunity, and we launched that application period last November. And so we are still in the process of selecting and working with a few of our Reconnect partners, but we wanted to go ahead and announce a few today that have already been selected. So Scott Helmers will be attending Building Business Capability Conference in Las Vegas, May 8th through 12th. We're also going to have places on site for anybody who's attending those conferences to let us know, to connect with Scott so that you can connect with each other while you're there. And then Thierry Dimon Barcelo is going to the European Identity and Cloud Conference in Berlin, actually May 9th through 12th. So those two conferences are right around the same time. So congratulations to both of you. We're really excited to work with you and excited to hear about the conference and the knowledge that you're going to bring back to the EE community about what you learned there. RSA, big conference in April in San Francisco, April 24th through 27th. We are currently working with a number of EE members to attend RSA. We know that it's a really popular one. And the most exciting thing is there is going to be an EE community meetup at RSA led by our marketing manager, Mason, who will be there to connect with some of our members. So stay tuned. Definitely let us know if you plan on attending RSA. We will again have places on site where you can inform us that you'll be there, and we're going to work on connecting everybody. Anything to add to that I missed?
No, just excited for the meetup. I'm still trying to argue my way into getting to go out as well and join, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good time. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Always a good time at EE meetups, especially San Francisco. One other thing to add to this, and everybody will see more communication about this in the coming weeks, but we are officially opening the second application window as of this week. So if you have any conferences that you are really wanting to attend and you would like to apply to be sponsored to attend in June through December of 2023, look for more communication starting this week around how you can apply and be sponsored and be a part of the Reconnect program in that way. So yeah, we're actually we have Scott Helmers here today to talk to us about his really just why he likes to go to conferences and what he's particularly looking forward to. So Scott, if you'll go ahead and let me know that you're there.
I am here.
Hey, Scott, I
Hey.
see you. Welcome. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Scott, tell us a little bit about building business capability as a conference and why you particularly wanted to attend.
Sure. Thank you. And thank you for this opportunity. I've been attending BBC for a number of years and I'm excited to go back. And I guess maybe I should start by saying that BBC is not a typical conference it's not a technology conference per se. BBC is a national event run by an organization called the IIBA, the International Institute for Business Analysis. I work a lot with people who have that job title, business analyst, and they're often the translators between the IT folks and the business folks. And some of you may be in that role, or you may also work with BAs, as I do. And so BBC is the national event. So it's all about learning. It's learning about what the business analyst role is and how it fits into organizations, how the BA role is morphed in an agile world from the waterfall style of development that some of us have in our past. So the reason I like BBC is because of the education. That's a big part of why the event exists, and it's what I'm looking forward to not only partaking of, but also contributing to.
That's right. You're going to be a speaker at
Right.
BBC.
Yeah, and speaking at conferences is something I sort of worked my way into fairly early. You also asked me, Casey, earlier when we spoke before about the other kinds of conferences I've attended. So let me talk about that and then lead to why I speak at conferences as often as I can, really. Conferences for me have fallen into four broad categories. There are technology conferences. In fact, the first one that I attended when I first started working was called ComNet. If anybody like me used to hang around in the communications and network technology space a few decades back, ComNet was an annual event in Washington, D.C. that featured all the vendors and all the regulatory agencies, everybody involved in networking and telecommunications. And it was just an enormous learning experience. So technology-oriented conferences are one kind. Vendor-sponsored conferences, many larger vendors especially have annual conferences, as many of you know. Microsoft Ignite is one that, as a Microsoft MVP, that I'm frequently an attendee and often a speaker. There are professional associations that have conferences. The IIBA that I mentioned and BBC are in that category. And then, of course, there are user groups, which tend to be more locally grassroots oriented. Now, when I first started attending ComNet, I talked to a lot of people. I met a bunch of people, and I thought, this is kind of cool. But what really attracted my attention was the people who spoke at those events, because I looked at them and I thought, they know a lot. I wonder if I know enough to be able to speak at an event. So I sort of set a goal for myself to go back to ComNet as soon as I could and be a speaker, not just an attendee. And it worked. I put enough things in place and learned enough and put a couple of topics together that appealed to them. And so I ended up being a speaker. What I learned is that you get a different kind of attention when you're a speaker. When you have a badge on that has a little speaker tag on it, people come up to you because they expect that you know something, and they may be right or they may be wrong, but there is that expectation. And so, honestly, I just found it started conversations in a different way, and it helped start conversations in the first place. So for me, that's a big part of what is valuable about speaking at a conference.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you kind of touched on it there, but part of Reconnect in general with conference sponsorship is because we know that conferences, as you're mentioning, Scott, are really valuable for EE members' careers in the technology industry, and even something similar to BBC like this. It's not necessarily technology, but business analysts who utilize technology. So can you speak to that a little bit? Like, what is it about conferences in general that you're so attracted to in terms of attending and trying to attend regularly as it relates to, I guess, the benefits you could say for your own career development or skill development?
Well, for me, conferences are about two things. It's about learning stuff and meeting people. I mean, when you distill it down, occasionally you get to go somewhere interesting, and you may or may not think Las Vegas is interesting, where I'll be in May. Personally, it's not on the top of my list of interesting places to go. But I do admit, I was in Glasgow, Scotland in September, speaking at an event there. It was great. It was just fabulous to be in a city I haven't been in 40 years and look around. So yes, there's that too. But really, it's about learning stuff and about meeting people. Many of the job opportunities that I've looked at over the years have come out of meeting a vendor or meeting somebody at a conference, a fellow speaker. There's a group of us who speak regularly at business analyst conferences. We've all gotten to be really good friends. We kind of all follow each other around at different conferences, and there are many of them have become friends that I get together with when I happen to be in the city where they are. Had a friend who came here for a conference a couple of months ago, and I showed her around Boston and Cambridge because she hadn't been here in this city before. She lives in Honolulu. I'm hoping to get to visit her and her family out there. But it's about the networking, truly is. And if you can learn things along the way, even better.
Yeah, that kind of leads us into our next general idea of like why we were trying to launch Reconnect and send people to conferences is the in-person networking. I know it's something you and I have talked about a lot, David, but kind of generally, what does that look like for you? Like, how valuable is it for you to get to network in person, maybe even meet some people that you already know, or just meet new people at conferences, and what kind of comes out of it for you?
I guess let me frame this by saying that I work at home. I have worked at home for 27, 28 years, something like that. So COVID did not change my work habits in any sense, but I work as a small business owner. Sometimes there have been 2 or 3 of us currently, and as in the past, it's just me. So I don't have a lot of interaction with people other than on the phone, and these days, of course, this way. So meeting people in real life is very significant and important to me. March 2020 until last August was a real drought for me. I mean, I missed being out and being with people and in this sort of conference setting. So I binged in September and October in a 6-week period. I spoke at, I think I did 8 presentations in 5 cities in 3 countries in a 6-week period. And that was because all of the conferences I'd signed up to speak at during COVID all got postponed, and they all got rescheduled for September and October last year. So it was delightful. I mean, that trip to Glasgow, I was in Chicago, I was in New York, I was here in Boston. It was fabulous.
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, especially coming out of the pandemic and getting back into the groove of being able to meet people in person. So thank you, Scott, for being here today. We're really excited to work with you as a Reconnect attendee and get to hear what you learn at BBC and how your speaking engagements go. And again, bringing that knowledge back to the EE community is just like an added bonus of this program, and getting to talk to EE members and maybe even meeting some EE members while you're while you're in Vegas and
That would be
connecting
great.
that way.
If
Yeah.
anybody knows about this conference and is planning to be there for that or any other reason, do let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to facilitate that. You'll start to see communication, everybody, about, which conferences are you going to, and hopefully we can help facilitate those connections and meeting people that are going as Reconnect conference attendees. So thank you, Scott. It was great to see you and
Yeah.
talk to you again.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks. And look forward to providing some tips and guidance for people from the conference.
Yep. Awesome. See you soon.
Take care.
Well, that's Reconnect. We're really excited to get it off the ground. It's been a long time coming. We worked on it, all year last year?
For the majority of the year last year. Yeah, really excited to see it getting going now.
Yeah, well, the most fun part is when we did it last year, we got to see people like Chris and Robert who were sending us and Rodney pictures back from the conference and their EE gear and the people that they were getting to meet. I know Chris already reached out to us about seeing if we were going to RSA this year because he's going to be there, not even as a Reconnect sponsor, but attendee, but just he's going and he wants to connect with other EE members there. So definitely keep your eyes out for more communication on Reconnect. All right, last up, we've got a lot coming in 2023, but these were the highlights. So
This
cramming
big highlight to finish on. I'm particularly excited about this one, even more so than the others. We announced last year at Rebirth that this was coming, and we're excited to finally have some more information on it. Now the 2023 core conference is coming up. A lot of the details are still TBD. We got to tease you out a little bit. But for those of you that are looking to figure out if you're going to be able to join us, it's going to be happening in Chattanooga on October 4th and 5th, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 2023 core conference. We're really excited to bring the community together and provide some new opportunities for people to connect in person, either with people they haven't seen in a long time or people they haven't met in person before, and really just, get the community together and have some fun.
Yeah, it's been cool to see this kind of come to fruition. We have a date, we have a location. It'll be right here in Chattanooga where our office is. So mark your calendars. Go ahead. We also are going to go ahead and open pre-registration for core conference. So basically what that means is it's going to open this week. You're going to get early access to tickets. There will be tickets to core conference and limited spots at core conference this year. And this is the first time that we're opening it up to the entire community as well. And we are thrilled to be able to give everybody the opportunity to come to core conference and connect with the EE team. The entire EE team will be there. So it's always fun to see our EE team members because we get to connect with people a lot, but to see even our development team getting to connect with our members. So pre-registration will open as of today, maybe tomorrow. But go ahead and pre-register so that you can get early access when tickets do go on sale in April of this year. You'll get early access to those limited number of tickets.
And pre-registration closes on March 10th, so don't wait too long.
Yes, March 10th. We'll be here right around the corner. The last announcement as it relates to core conference, something that we're also working really hard on and super excited about is what we are calling the core conference partner program. So core conference partner program is similar to what Scott just talked about. It's giving our members the opportunity to apply to be a partner and kind of help us co-host the conference. And so a core conference partner will get to submit proposals or submissions for being a speaker or a session leader or a roundtable leader. And as you just heard Scott speak about, the value that provides just from personal connections to your career and getting to be a speaker at a conference, as well as just getting to explore some of the conference partner perks that we will be announcing later. So
What kind of perks?
What kind of perks?
Are they good perks?
They're pretty good perks, but we're not going to explain that today. They're opening the core conference applications for partner program will open soon. So if you are somebody who wants to be a speaker, who has just knowledge you want to share and you're good at speaking or leading sessions, definitely keep your eyes out for that. And there are perks that come along with getting to come to Chattanooga as a core conference partner.
Heck yeah. Pretty exciting.
Didn't know if you were
It's
going
gonna be
to
a
slip
busy
the
year.
perks,
No. We'll keep it on the down low for now, I suppose.
I suppose. All right, well, that's all we have for everybody today. We tried to pick the highlights for the year. There's a lot coming as well in the product. As we started last year, product development and updating the site in a lot of hopefully more intuitive and enjoyable ways that a lot of members can interact with, especially things like the app. So all of that is still happening. Keep your eyes out for communication as per usual. But that is all we have for you today. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And we will see you soon.
Yeah, thanks again for coming. Congrats again to all the people who won awards for 2022. And I look forward to see you guys getting ready for awards in 2023.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.